Hey guys, so a friend recently gave me some quinoa flour, and I've never used this before. I don't do gluten-free baking, so I generally don't keep gluten-free flours, but it was free, so I took it. And now I'm gonna make these gluten-free banana pancakes. I used to make these, I kind of make these off and on, and then I forget that they exist and I don't make them. But I remember that they exist, that I can use this quinoa flour in them. So usually I use, if you can see this lovingly written recipe here on my index card, I usually use almond flour. And there's only a tablespoon in this, so it would take me quite a while to use all of this up with just pancakes, but I'm gonna see what it's like with quinoa flour. So everything that you see here is all you need to make these pancakes. The main ingredient is actually a banana that you mash up. A little bit riper would be nice, but this is the ripeness of my banana today, so that's what we're doing. One egg, relatively essential in gluten-free cooking to put egg in there just to give things more structure. The gluten-free flour, which is quinoa flour today, a little baking powder for some lift, and then a little vanilla extract for flavor. Okay, I've just mashed the banana with a fork, and again, this is where a riper banana would be a little bit better, but a little lumpage is fine. And I've cracked one egg in here, and I'm going to mix these together. Incidentally, I'm saving the peel and the egg skin, I almost called it the egg shell, because I can compost now that I live in a house. So I'm really excited. I've been starting a compost bin a few months ago, and it's coming along nicely. So I keep my scraps in this old yogurt container, and I take them out to the compost every day. So these are our wet ingredients, and also the banana kind of doubles as the flour for these pancakes because bananas are kind of starchy. So the banana is doing a lot of work. If you like bananas, then you will like these pancakes. But if you don't like bananas, yeah, you probably won't like these because they're extremely banana-y. All right, now I'm going to add my 1 tablespoon. Again, it would take me forever to use up this bit. Well, not forever. A few weeks or months to use up this jar of quinoa flour if this is all I used it for. If you guys have any other things you want me to try specifically with quinoa flour, let me know. I looked up a few recipes for quinoa flour stuff, and flatbread seemed to be one of the main things people made with it. Okay, I switched to a spoon so I could incorporate the powder better. This still looks awfully wet, so I'm just gonna go ahead and add another tablespoonful of quinoa flour. Again, this original recipe used almond flour, and bananas are not all the same size. That was kind of a larger banana. So I'm just adding a little extra quinoa flour. Use up a little more. Cool thing about gluten-free baking is you don't have to worry about overmixing and overworking your dough because this has no gluten in it to get tough. All right, I've added half a teaspoon of baking powder and half a teaspoon of vanilla extract. I'm just going to mix these in. Okay, so I have this large nonstick skillet with a tiny bit of oil in it, and I have it on medium-ish heat, a little bit medium-low. And I'm just going to start making the pancakes. I'm going to try to make them on the smaller side, a little bit bigger than that, maybe 2 spoonfuls of batter per pancake. So I'm making 4 cute little pancakes. Like normal pancakes, they're going to spread a little when they're in the pan, and when they start bubbling a little bit in the center, we will chance flipping them. We're getting a little bit of sizzleage at the edges. We got a couple bubbles popping here and there. I don't think they're ready to flip yet, but we're coming along. I think I forgot to mention, I usually put blueberries in these pancakes. I just don't happen to have any. So if you are using blueberries or another berry in these pancakes, I suggest you put them in immediately after you have poured the pancakes into the pan. Don't stir them into the batter when it's whole. Anyway, they are getting close to flipping. Okay, I only dare flip one of these on camera because it is really hard to do something like this while you're holding a phone in your hand and you don't have both hands, but it's ready to flip. Yeah. Ta-da! A little bit browner than I like my pancakes, but let's flip the rest off camera. That one looks pretty good. Maybe that one will go on the top. You just cook them another couple minutes on this side until they're cooked through. So just a note, it's been at least 6 years or 7 years since I have last made these because I have not made these up in the Pacific Northwest and we moved to the Pacific Northwest over 6 years ago. So I made a note to myself to fry on low medium heat and I think I know why. Medium low is better than medium because there's a lot of sugar in these pancakes from the banana and I think that's why they get a little extra color. So if you want your pancakes to be lighter, definitely use a lower heat. It'll take a little bit longer, but they won't be as brown. And here they are in all their glory. A nice cute little stack of 4 pancakes. You can dress these the way you would dress any pancakes, like you can put butter on them, syrup, whipped cream, powdered sugar, jam, but they're very sweet. Mmm. And very banana-y, so I usually just eat them plain. And the verdict, they do not taste at all to me like quinoa flour. Like I'd have to have these side by side with like the almond meal version to know for sure. But yeah, I think this is a good use of quinoa flour if you happen to have some, or any other gluten-free flour.